So I was looking for a shortcut to make this video super entertaining, and I wasn't able to find one. But what I was able to find was a lot of information about how Microsoft Fabric Shortcuts can save you both time and money when ingesting your data. But I'll cover that at the end of this video. For now, let's jump in and let's take a look at what they are. So Microsoft Fabric Shortcuts allow you to access data in Microsoft Fabric from other places. That could be from other places in Microsoft Fabric internally in your tenant, or areas externally, like in other clouds and other data accounts. You can create shortcuts in a Fabric OneLake to other objects. So here I am in a lakehouse called test in my dev Microsoft Fabric workspace trial. I can create shortcuts by clicking the three dots either here or here, and then clicking new shortcut. And what it'll do is it'll launch a wizard that I can then use to connect to any of these sources. So I clicked on the files and I clicked new shortcut. I can create a shortcut to an Amazon S3 bucket, Azure Gen 2 storage, Dataverse, or Google GCP. I also can create a shortcut right here to all of the exact same sources. Once you've created a shortcut, which I'm not going to do now because I don't have any of these third-party cloud sources, but once you've created a shortcut, they appear as a folder in this Microsoft Fabric workspace, exactly the same way files or collections would. And you can access them using any other Microsoft Fabric item. So any workload or service that has access to Microsoft OneLake can go ahead and use them. Now, you might be saying, well, that's all dandy, but the data access is probably really slow. After all, if you're accessing data from Microsoft over here to Azure or to AWS over here, that connection is probably going to be really slow. Well, that's where I'd say, don't worry, caching's here to stay. You can go ahead and you can go into your workspace settings and you can go into OneLake and you can enable cache for shortcuts by clicking this little on button. Now, don't worry, you're not going to save a bunch of cache data. The cache data will, when you access a file through a shortcut, it'll stay cached for 24 hours. And then every single time that file is re-accessed to that shortcut, the cache will be reset and the data will continue to be saved. But if the file or the data that you're trying to access is over 1 gigabyte, it won't be cached. So that's Microsoft Fabric Shortcuts. Now, I promised I'd talk to you about how this can save you time and money at the start of this video. Let's cover that. The time that shortcuts can save you is your developer's time in developing a pipeline. When you create a shortcut, that's another data pipeline that they don't have to create to yet another service. Now, the amount of money it can save you is that you don't necessarily have to pay to double store those costs. Now, depending on the rates you're using in comparison to your Fabric rates, that might not be true. But in most cases, paying to store a data in just one place instead of two is always going to be cheaper. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. And if you're interested in Microsoft Fabric or Power BI, please consider subscribing and liking. Thanks for watching.